But so there's this question I want to ask you is more of a controversial question.
All right.
Would you want your wife to be a working class woman, or would you want her to remain a housewife? It's crazy, right?
See, I have to crack my throat.
Yeah, exactly.
And digest it, because this just like you said, is a controversial question.
Of course.
It's really, really controversial, because this question now, this thing has done a lot of harm in marriage than good. But left for me, if the economy is balanced, all things made equal, my wife should stay at home.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You prefer to get married to, you prefer your wife to be a housewife?
I didn't say I prefer.
If the economy is okay.
Yes. If all things in economy, they say all things being equal.
Yes.
Meaning I can be able to provide
yeah.
without stress, without any need, without complaint. I don't see the reason why my wife should be working. I don't want anything to stress my wife. My wife now, to me, is part of me. You get, it's my body.
Are you more of a traditional man who believes that a wife should be at home?
No.
While you are working?
No. Listen, like that, I have the other two parts. The first part is when all things are being equal. Because I know of a celebrity, let me just call the name, Uche Amba wife is not working. She's a medical doctor by profession. She's a billionaire daughter. You understand? But she's not practicing medicine. You understand? I once served a boss. I once work in a company where the woman is a barrister, but she never went to court or bar or to go and take or any case. You understand? The husband pays her $500,000. That's as at 2011-12. Every month.
Wow.
You see where I'm saying all things being equal. Yeah. If I can be able to surpass the need of my family, my relation, I can do it without stress. I don't see the reason why are you working. Because my money is your money.
I understand. Oh, what if in the situation, sometimes they say due to unforeseen circumstances, but there are some things that can actually happen in man's life. I think I've met couples like that before. And what happened was that the man actually didn't want the woman to work. Right at first, and then he had money, had everything. Now sometimes there are some things that can happen in your life that we are not able to be in control of. And at the end of the day, he lost his job, and a lot of things, everything just went down,
stumbling.
And at that moment, there was no backup plan at all. The wife could not do anything in a way of supporting the husband or something. Sometimes I feel like, to me, if you ask me that question, I'll tell you that I want my wife to work, not because I need her money, but because just due to unforeseen circumstances. Probably in a week she can actually take on some things, not because I want her to, but just in case.
Johnny, look now. You mentioned something. I don't want you to shoot yourself on the leg. See, you mentioned unforeseen circumstances,
which can happen anytime.
Yes, it's inevitable in a man's life. Do you understand? Plane can crash.
Of course.
You are the owner of the plane. You're not inside the plane. If you are managing one plane, you're hoping to have a lumelu there, and all of a sudden your everything. But at that point, when you have attained some financial capability, I believe that you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. There's an investment, unless you are a myopic thinker. You understand? So a myopic thinker is just somebody that is just
something.
He's not the ability to do it's good. Unless you're that figure where you don't think that tomorrow something will knock you off the ball. Do you understand? But on that, I say it's two-way thing. But if you're somebody that you have wealth scattered abroad, you are in this, you are in that, you're investing, you are buying shares, you are having company, you are having, sorry to deviate, there's a man I know in this town. He's into movie. He has bread factory. He has shop at ShopRite. He has ice cream shop. He has
that's a true entrepreneur.
He has food this thing, and I write script for him as well.
Wow.
Do you understand? This kind of person, you cannot tell me say in one day the whole of all this thing crash. Do you understand? This kind of person now doesn't need you.
What if you're coming from an angle of someone having everything, right?
Yes.
Investment, all of that. Let's just come from the angle whereby let's just say a civil servant. What would you advise him to
do?
A
civil servant cannot invest.
No, because no matter how I want to say it, right? A civil servant is different from a business-minded person, right? If I'm not a civil servant, you're a civil servant. There are some limitations to what you can actually do. There are some limits to what you can do.
Now,
I'm telling you the truth. There are some limits. For example, there are some people that work in some agencies, right? But public offices, they tell you are not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. There are limitations. Are you going to tell me that if I'm a civil servant, right, and let us say my take home is, let us say maybe 300,000, then my wife, if there's an opportunity for my wife to have a job that can actually help sustain some things in a family, that I should not allow her to do that.
Now, if I have to come to that part, it's more like even advice. With 50,000 naira out of your 300,000, you're having 250. You can invest. But people, let's forget about the investment. Let's talk about the myopic people who just drive straight without looking traffic. Now, those kind of people are the people that their wife should work and their wife should not work or whatever. But what I'm trying to let you know is that at that juncture, a man needs to plan, because you cannot be in an office forever. You get
exactly.
But now wait, let me not wait. A man needs to plan. When I say the planning is
outside the job that he's doing.
Yes, you cannot
for retirement.
Yes, I know of a man who retired. He came back with nothing. With the family, they start farming. Now, man growing up is quite different from a woman growing up.
Of course,
do you understand? Yeah. A man growing up, he has a tendency of thinking abroad. That's why when you see a wealthy woman in the society, people look at her differently, because
it's always 1 out of 10.
Yes, you always have that kind of person, have a mind of a man who is naturally bestowed to be successful. Every man on earth has the ability to be successful. Every man. I have a friend who became a millionaire when there was crisis in Nigeria.
In the country. That's a
when they say no go work for.
Was he striving?
That is the opportunity. What are we even talking about? Somebody like Pastor Jerry Eze, let me mention his name. What God cannot do started raining 5 years ago, 2020, when they locked all the whole church. He has an inspiration where he wants to do online streaming, and he made billions of naira in that thing. Every man. I have an uncle who he deals on wood. You understand? Now they used to lock up their shop because of that thing. What the man now did was he bought some machines that will plane the wood, put it at his backyard, and start calling people. I have needless of you going to that shop. Come to my house. That will do it for you. You understand? He now made his money in the art of advances that was happening.
There's something that sees opportunity even when there's crisis or disaster.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever that is a single servant that solely depend on his money, depend on his income, and he's not telling the wife, don't go and work, stay here, I am capable, is purely myopic. He's heading to disaster.
I think if I understood what you say, what you're trying to say is this: the only way you advise a man to at least allow his wife to be at home like housewife is only when he has different sources of income and the wealth has been created already, right? But any man who's not able to, if you should quit your job right now, you can't sustain yourself in the next 30 years, then you should not allow your wife to be a housewife.
See, the thing is like this, like I keep saying, a man is naturally to think of the boss. A man has a responsibility to carry family. Do you understand? The thing there is quite simple, and sometimes it's individual opinions. Like me now, I didn't tell you that I don't want my wife to be working. Do you understand? But I tell you that when I am financially buoyant to that point, I don't see the reason why. Because if, for instance, if some Yahoo boys can be paying their girlfriend for not even doing anything, I know some Yahoo boys will just be paying some girls 200,000 a month.
I don't think, let's just leave them out of the context. Now, let's just say, for example, let's use this scenario. I have one of my clients that he makes approximately, I think he makes around that 3-4 million naira in a month, and then the wife actually was working, and then he wanted the wife to quit her job to join him so they can make double of the income, right? And then there's a reason why I brought this story, and the wife refused him. He got angry. Right, and I asked him, why are you angry? He said that there's an opportunity for them to make double of what he has been making all this while, but the wife declined. Now I told him, look, it's not just about the money for some people. Your wife does what makes her happy. In this situation right now, if your wife tells you, babe, I want to work because this one makes me happy, would you say no to her?
Okay, this now has to come with emotions.
Yeah, no, let's just leave the logical part of it, because if we are talking
about there's no way you can talk about something that has like this, that those you have to talk
I'm coming. I want you to come from the aspects of the emotion, our own emotions right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you come from that aspect of emotion, everybody has something that do to make them happy.
What would you advise? Would you say no to her? Would you allow her to do it?
See, now let me tell you something. If I keep repeating it, if I am strong enough more than my wife, I don't see the reason for her to work.
Well, you know that this is about how she feels, what makes her happy, right?
What makes her happy? So now, if that thing is making you happy and it's jeopardizing your family, how far? Let me tell you something. There was a coach, I don't want to mention name, who forfeited his family just to serve a club.
Yeah.
He served the club with all his diligence and his heart, paid his own money, borrowed money,
just
loved the club, and the family is calling, no attention, you are not looking at us, this club is okay, this and that. He doesn't care, he loved the club. Before the season gets to an end, they sacked the coach. The wife divorced him at the process.
Yeah.
You understand where we are going, because you bring emotion. Now, the wife has already divorced him when he was doing that, and people were praising him. Yes, you have passion, you can do it. Yes, we trust you, give your life. Because when the going is going well, people will be appreciating.
Yeah, of course. When you get stuff, people will
personally, when you lost everything,
you're alone.
The same people will tell you you're a fool.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So now there is nothing, so long as it comes to marriage, bro, it is a dialogue. And when you're dialoguing, think about the emotions, think about the damage. Do you understand? I know that my wife is a medical doctor, for instance. I know she can save life, she can do this, she has the passion. Then this is it. Now, if I want to marry her, I should understand the deep things of a doctor. We might be on the bed playing,
and a call
comes in. It's surgery.
Urgent, yeah.
It's urgent. We like be able emotionally to accommodate and understand. Do you understand? So all those parts,
it's more of a mutual understanding and agreement as well. But I still want to say something on that. When it comes to what makes someone happy, right? And I think that the whole thing can be balanced at some point. Right, there's a reason I'm saying it can be balanced is this. If you get married to, let's just say your wife is a medical doctor, and then she tells you, this is what I love doing, right, and I don't want to stop this, because I feel as if I feel happier, like I fulfill this sense of purpose. Like each time I help people, I have this sense of fulfillment and happiness. And I think the worst thing you can actually do to her at that moment is for you to take that thing away from her. But I think they see another way you can balance the whole thing. Right now you have the money. And then your wife has that passion for whatever thing that she's doing. I think you can say something like this. Because since you are doing this not because you are looking for money, but because you are happy, we need to have a time for this. You can work so day. So from this time to this time, instead of you taking that thing away from her. Because one thing I tell people is that apart from the marriage aspect, we are married. I'm married to you. I'm your husband. You're my wife. I think everyone has this sense of individual purpose in their life, right? They have something they want to do to the whole world. To they have they have different ways of fulfilling their purpose on earth. So you trying to sabotage that or try to decline that or pull them back from that path that leads to their own purpose. I think I would say it's a selfish thing.
Okay, now sorry to cut you short now, bro. The thing there is that is why men and women are supposed to marry who they love and who loves them. That is, love is a very deep word.
Yeah.
Some people just like someone they don't love. Do you understand? That is why even the Holy Book say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Because yourself now, you can, when you're hungry, you
look
eat.
for what to eat.
When you're smelling, you bath.
Yeah.
You love yourself.
You want the good things for yourself.
You want the good things. The same to your neighbor. You get. Now, what am I trying to say? Is if I am to go and marry such a person, I should understand or be ready to sacrifice and to ignore. Because let me tell you, we are just talking about doctor. Bro, what about if it's a stripper? That love a strip, that loves stripping.
That's the negative side of it now.
No,
it's not. Will you want to go married to a stripper?
That's what I'm telling you. Let's not talk about because he's doctor, because he's
we are using a profession that
no, stripper is a profession.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. Would you go to a club and then say stripper and then ask her to marry you?
No.
Remember with that it takes a longer time for her to get addicted to whatever thing that she's doing.
I'm telling you, that the wife just wake up say, babe, I love stripping, I want to be a stripper. You're declining me, you're depriving me of what I love. I do this. That's what we are doing.
This is a different context entirely.
No, we are loving. You're talking about what you love most, yeah. So now this is a career of somebody that loves taking injection, going to cases, depriving the wrong things.
No. Just because you are doing your job does not you are neglecting your home.
No.
You can balance it.
No. Some people don't get it. That is why we see this life is very simple. That is why we have married millions of people divorcing each and every day because they don't understand. Now, if I love a Chris man, if I love a Chris woman, a really radical mad woman, let me enjoy dirty smell. That means I love something that is dirty. But when the Chris woman come, I'm enjoying this person. I'm loving this person. Do you understand? Not that I don't love a Chris woman and I'm admiring the Chris woman. In my mind, I'll now be thinking, if you come into my life, I will change her. Are you God?
You don't change someone, right? It's not possible.
So wait, hold on, I'm coming. That is what I'm trying to tell you. If I love you to the point of accommodating everything, tolerating everything, do you know the emotional pinch that you and your wife is talking and playing? You're enjoying your wife in bed, you people are talking, you're playing, all of a sudden an emergency call for operation around 2 a.m. and she must be there. So are you the man that can tolerate this? If you're the man that can tolerate this, fine, go and marry a professional wife. You will not get problem. But if you're a man that cannot tolerate, we will know before few years you start complaining. You be like say you go stop this work. You be like say you go stop. Sometimes they will wear clothes and say, you be like say you and your boss don't dey do something. I don't understand this.
There will be assumptions and
you understand. So that is what we are trying to.
I think I get your points. I know what you are trying to say. But the question is, I'm going to ask you guys: would you want to get married to? Would you want your wife to be working, or would you want her to be a housewife? Now, I just want you to tell us on the comment section, right? I just want to know because a lot of as you can see, we have a different perspective when it comes to this topic.
Yes.
I want you guys to tell us: would you want your wife to be working, or would you want her to just be at home? Despite the fact that you have money, would you want her to still be working out there? Just tell us your opinion in the comment section. Thank you.